And welcome back to our Season 3 PPTQ here at GameSwap Mason, brought to you by Top Deck Productions. This is our modern PPTQ. That's preliminary Pro Tour qualifier. We've got 66 players today, 7 rounds, and a cut to top 8, where the winner gets an invite to the RPTQ in December. That's a regional Pro Tour qualifier.
And here we are going into round 2. With
our
baby. Own Top Deck production, or GameSwap Mason local Victor Kurz and Alex Conn, who's a friend of ours from another store. Both real solid players here. Both know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, Victor has been on the Shadow deck really since it took off, and Alex is playing Merfolk forever. You're not going to find a better Merfolk player here. You're not going to find a better Merfolk player like anywhere. Like, he constantly surprises me. This is Zachary Creamer and Connor Sloan doing commentary today with our with our good buddies Victor Kurz and Alex Conn on camera. I was just hyping up Alex. I play him regularly. We have our designated Wednesday night match over at Monster Games, and I gotta tell you, the things he does with the deck really surprised me. I'm like, I wasn't exactly playing around that one. Oh, and we even got the matching teal sleeves. Isn't that adorable? Aquamarine sleeves. Isn't that adorable?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, I know my shades of blue, baby.
I don't.
Every shade of blue is a different combination. Like the mix of like the blues and the yellows and the greens. Yeah, this is just the right one. Aquamarine. From my understanding, Conn, Alex got the Conn got the play here, which is pretty significant. And there we go.
Ooh, turn one
Cup Island, the best island.
Absolutely.
Into a nice shiny Aether Vial. Let's get Aether Vial up. Let's hype up this card a little bit.
He didn't have those masterpieces last time I played him.
He just got them. Had to trade a bunch in for them. But we got Aether Vial, which is what really lets the deck stay ahead of removal. We see this card in the Humans deck, but Merfolk played it first.
And Merfolk's really the first one of these Vial tribal decks.
I appreciate that we've got the good art. So Aether Vial, at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to put a charge counter, and then you can tap to put a creature into play equal to the number of charge counters. So it goes from 1 to 2, maybe up to 3.
Sometimes up to 4.
Up to 4, Master of Waves.
Which he does have one in his hand.
And this is what lets Alex play 2 creatures a turn to stay ahead of removal and, get a faster clock. Victor has a turn 1 Inquisition off of his Blood Crypt.
I do love these early Inquisitions and Thought Seizes from a coverage standpoint, because we really just get to see what one player is working with straight at the gate.
That's right. So
he's going to take the Lord, which is...
As far as Alex is concerned, Victor could be on any number of decks. Victor could be on Jund, he could be on Mardu Pyromancer, but he's actually on Shadow. And now we see Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas is how Alex is able to turn on the evasive side of his deck. The Lords in Alex's deck pump his creatures and give them all Island Walk, which is great if your opponent has an island. So to ensure that happens,
we play Spreading Seas.
Yeah, that's right. We play Spreading Seas.
And for those of you who didn't catch it, the way we're representing this is Victor just set the Blood Crypt off to the side, and he's just treating the actual Spreading Seas permanent as the land.
There are a number of different ways to do this.
I think this is fine.
I personally like to flip the land over, but it doesn't matter as long as both players agree to it. So the Spreading Seas is the Blood Crypt enchanted with the Spreading Seas, and it's an island.
And so Alex is going to end step Vial out a Harbinger. Not going to get that ETB trigger, but we're going to get a 2/2 body that is very, very certainly going to get pumped here pretty soon.
I think we are seeing a 1-lander on Victor's side.
It would seem to indicate that.
And he discarded a Snapcaster Mage to hand size. That is unfortunate. That is a really, really risky keep.
His hand has to be so gassed, though.
Well, it's not, because he didn't play Mishra's Baubles. He didn't cycle Street Wraiths. It was probably just chock full of discard magic, hoping he could get there. Well, there's a Blood Crypt. So now, interestingly, this is the best land for him to draw, other than like a black shock land, like a black fetch land.
Yeah.
because now his mana is actually fixed. He can use
blue mana.
That Spreading Seas land. That Spreading Seas is as good as a basic island, and now he has his other color. So Victor's back in this game, albeit a turn or so behind.
We're gonna Spell Pierce with Thoughtseize here.
And it's not like Alex really has much of a clock going.
Yeah, from what we can tell, Alex has no creatures in hand. He has 2 Dismembers, I think, is what I thought I saw.
There's a main deck split of Dismember and Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is a really great card for tempo decks like Merfolk because...
So here we have the attack. Alex, he has a Lord in his hand. It looks like a Lord of Atlantis or a Master of the Pearl Trident. That's it. Yeah,
and we could see him flash that in now. I would. Or he'll put it into play at the end of Victor's turn. We're seeing if Victor's got anything to do.
What I would expect Alex to do here, he's just going to try and chip in with that Harbinger to get Victor lower, slower, so as not to just instantly turn on Death Shadow.
Yeah.
And then go in for the combo kill with the Vial and the Lord a little bit later on.
So Victor's going to pay 4 life to cast this Dismember, and now he's at 8, and now he can cast Shadow. That's how math works.
Yep.
He can play a 5/5 for 1.
There's a Temur Battle Rage in there.
Oh yeah, that's how you win. That's how you win the game. Temur Battle Rage gives double strike, and then if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, it gives trample. It's like a 1-card combo. And here we go. And
if we're lucky,
Victor can win as early as next turn, like straight up.
If we're lucky, we get to see one of the great blunders. Alex can Merfolk Trickster and turn that Death Shadow into a 13/13 if he really wanted to.
He's going to Dismember it, right? He's going to Dismember it right now.
Yeah, right now.
Does Victor have the answer?
Stub. He's got the stub.
He has the stub.
Foil stub. That's the stuff.
He just had it all. Like the combo you're going for here is Shadow with Stubborn Denial Protection, untap, Temur Battle Rage, and Victor had it. I can really see why he kept the hand. He must have had all of those.
Yeah, but we're another Dismember.
We're going to follow it up with a second Dismember for the low cost of 8 life.
Alex isn't really worried about his life total here.
Victor's going to do it all at once, or not.
To either combo kill or
I like
nothing.
Alex using his life total as a resource here, although I would have vialed in another Lord.
Can we get updated life totals here? I noticed Alex's die, his D20 is not being used. I just want to make sure that we got everything up to date. I don't need the D20s, but I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
And Victor's got the cool promo Faithless Looting art from the IDW comic.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's got that's Dak Faden, right?
That is Dak Faden.
Doing some looting.
Doing things. Doing Dak Faden things.
All right, we're good on life totals. Everything's fine here. We're 12-6. I'm inclined to say that Alex is pulling ahead here.
Alex is going to vial in a Lord at the end. He's going to vial in his Lord of Atlantis at the end of Victor's turn and then untap and kill Victor.
Did he draw a Lord?
He has a Lord of Atlantis in his hand.
This is the one that he drew a turn ago.
He has a 2-drop in his hand. There we go, Lord of Atlantis. I can tell because of the funny art and border.
Yep, you got me. He's got the good versions of Lord of Atlantis too.
It's funny.
Alex is a connoisseur of printers.
Victor kept a 1-lander and now he has 4. He somehow managed to flood this game.
That's crazy.
That's kind of insane.
Yep. So Victor's just gonna scoop it up here. He knows what's coming.
Victor's the kind of player who doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to waste time.
Well, I mean, when lethal's being presented, you can concede. I'll concede when
he had a blue up. What was he gonna do? Cast another Dismember? Then he just dies anyway.
He can pull a Matt Brown and Vapor Snag it.
I did not expect that to do.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is right. Yeah, Matt Brown's got some spicy cards in his Death Shadow deck.
Yeah.
Another one of our local players, Matt Brown. He's more of a legacy guy, but he likes to spike some modern events here and there with some Death Shadow. I don't think he's here today, but he always shows up and puts me in my place when it matters.
So I see Alex potentially bringing in, like Shoop brought in, like when Shoop was going from Game 1 to Game 2 last round, I see Alex doing a little bit of a similar thing here, bringing in some more counter magic to protect his guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. He's definitely bringing in probably some Dispels and
Dispel.
Negate.
He's been playing Deprive lately.
That's right. He has.
Let's get Deprive ready to go.
Deprive
for when he casts that.
Is a Pauper All-Star. Let me tell you what. It's your second playset of blue counterspell in your Pauper deck, but here in Modern, it's your first copy of blue counterspell.
Yeah, this card kind of reminds me of Daze, except it's a hard counter, but you actually have to pay the mana too. The thing that reminds me of the Days is like you
bounce the land.
You bounce the land. In the case of Days, it has to be an island. In this case, it can be any land, but whatever.
Yeah.
Is that a gut shot?
Yeah. He's got gut shots in there for the humans deck.
Oh, my. That's Phyrexian mana for you. Anyway, I'd like to use this opportunity to let you know that if you want to rewatch this match, or if you happen to miss this one, or any of the other thousands of games that we stream here, don't forget that we archive all of our replays at youtube.com/topdeckproductions stream. If you're itching to follow us elsewhere on social media, give us a like on facebook.com/topdeckproductions, and be sure to check out topdeckproductions.com for player deck lists, league standings, and more. And speaking of our league, Tuesday night is our Modern League night, where players get to play for cash prizes. Each week, we keep track of all of the wins that the players in the league get, and at the end of the month, we give the top 4 players
money.
Cash money. First place gets $100, second place gets $50, and third and fourth each get $25. So if you live in the Greater Cincinnati area and you're looking to put your money where your mouth is when it comes to some modern Magic, you should check it out. You have to be a minimum $5 patron at patreon.com/topdeckproductions, or you can sign up at the on the website topdeckproductions.com, and it totally works. Like, I signed up last week, and then I came in on Tuesday, and Jake told me that I got my payment. He actually didn't know if it worked or not until I did that. So both of those work, and looks like we're sideboarded up, and
shuffling up for Game 2.
Game 2, where Victor will get to be on the play and hopefully have more than one land in his hand, and show us how
shows how it's done.
How you walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
The shadow of Merfolk. I'm really looking forward to seeing Alex go pretty far in this tournament. Like these are both some of our local boys, but I'd really like to see Alex kind of spike this with Merfolk.
They're two of our. I have them noted as two of our players to watch.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we're watching them.
Yeah, both of them got paired. When I saw that both of them got paired this round, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the feature match.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We have to do this. I want to see Merfolk take down a deck that already plays islands. If the more blue-based that modern, more blue-based modern becomes, the better a deck like Merfolk gets to be.
Yeah, because like at a certain there's definitely a version of modern out there where everything's some dumb blue deck. Merfolk doesn't even have to play Spreading Seas.
It doesn't even have to play Spreading Seas.
Can you imagine the world where they don't play Spreading Seas?
When Legacy Merfolk was a thing, they didn't play Spreading Seas because everyone's playing blue.
Well, they have True Name Nemesis.
Yeah, but also everyone's playing blue.
Yeah, Legacy Merfolk's a weird pile of cards. You get, you've got like the Merfolk Shell, you get your Cavern of Souls, your Aether Vials, but you're also playing like True Name Nemesis and then like Jit.
Yeah, Jit, dude. Oh boy.
That is a mess of cards, but it's a fun mess of cards.
It used to be pretty good. I actually played it when True Name Nemesis came out. It was great. It was great. So,
looks like we're going to take our sweet time mulligan here.
Yeah, Alex is just moving cards from position A to position B, and then back from position B to position A. That's what happens when you shuffle your deck like that. It doesn't really change the order of the cards very much. When you shuffle, you want to do it differently every time, so you move the cards around. Like, the best way to shuffle your deck is to make sure that it's as random as possible. And the last two, I saw when Victor was picking up his cards, I saw 5 spells, and then the last 2 were lands. That's how it's done, boys. That's how it's done.
Alex is going to be rolling down to 6 cards here.
Victor's hand is stacked. I see a Gurmag Angler, a Lightning Bolt.
He's thinking, but I'd be surprised if he mulliganed.
Oh, he's just putting on a show. He's already kept. Like, Alex is on the draw.
Right.
So that means Victor has to announce that he's keeping.
Right.
Yeah, there's Bolt, Snapcaster Mage, another red card, either a Braid or Team of Battle Rage. Let's Let's bring up a Braid. I love talking about this card. And then 2 black cards, like a discard spell and a Gurmag Angler. That hand is stacked.
Yeah,
I would really like to. I would really like to see a Braid here. A Braid can destroy Aether Vial
or
kill one of Alex's atrocious creatures. A Braid for 1 and a red. You get this modular red card. It's gorgeous. I love this card so much.
It's got that Locust God sneaking around in the background.
Blowing up a wall or whatever. I don't know what's going on in the art. It doesn't matter. It's red and it's beautiful. You get to deal 3 damage to some creature, or you get to blow up an artifact. It's Shatter and half of Lightning Bolt. These are 2 things that red has always done in Magic, just never on the same card. It only took them 25 years to make this card, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is. I consider this to be one of the iconic red cards.
It's great against
forward.
It's great against humans, and it's good here.
It's just a solid. Just as a card. I mean, I've seen it in Legacy decks.
See that island?
Ooh, Grand Prix Island. Those are sweet.
It even lets you know. It has a nice little watermark to let you know where you got it, just in case you didn't know.
Alex actually went and got that at GP Vegas. He was at GP Vegas this year.
That's right.
He was telling me he had a good time. I think he plays pretty well in the Modern Grand Prix, and then just got dumpstered in the Legacy Grand Prix.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Legacy's a weird beast.
Yeah, it's not really much of a format anymore. I don't particularly care about it. For every 5 people you have selling out of Legacy, you have maybe 1 buying in.
Yeah, exactly.
Modern is the new Legacy. Let's be serious here.
Yeah,
especially if they don't reprint the fetch lands. It's the new Legacy.
Yeah.
What is your take on that? Do you see them reprinting the fetch lands here coming up?
Not into a standard set. We've had.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first, boys. We are not getting fetch lands in Ravnica.
We've had people
That's speculative.
People like Aaron Forsyth saying, "No, we don't want to reprint fetches anymore." Did you guys see what that did to Cons? That was crazy.
That was because. Yeah, that was because they had fetches and type. I'm talking about shock lands.
Oh, shocks! Yeah, they'll I don't know if they'll reprint shocks here, but I could see shocks being reprinted.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're not prohibitively expensive.
No.
Like the most expensive ones, maybe $20.
That's now. Once they reprint them, they'll be down to 10 a piece.
Yeah, they're already not prohibitively.
That's 40
expensive.
for a playset for cards that are good in every format. Yeah, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about them not reprinting shocks in the next Ravnica set.
I could see them reprinting shocks. I'd be surprised if they didn't. We don't know that yet.
I would be shocked if they didn't. But I've been surprised before, and we've all been surprised by Wizards. If we don't get Shocklands in the new Ravnica set, we're going to get some wholly new thing that we've never seen before.
I've always postulated with the design space for a 3-color Shockland. You could call it a Bolt Land or something. Comes in tapped unless you pay 3 life and taps for 3 colors.
I think we could get that in the 3rd Ravnica set.
Maybe. Because this set, thematically, this new Ravnica set is going to be about guilds coming together.
The first 2 will be each about five guilds each, and those will stay 2-color. But the 3rd set I see being the ally tricolors, like Shards of Alara was. We're going to see 2 guilds, an ally color pair and an enemy color pair. So Naya and Boros coming together, Gruul and Boros coming together to make a new Naya. That's the way I see it going down.
So we've got a pretty slow game happening here. We've got some 1-for-1 trades on either side.
Games 2 and 3 are always slower. You take out synergy and bring in interaction.
Yeah. So we've got Thoughtseize, Bolt, fetch lands in Victor's yard, and we've got removal and creatures in Alex's yard.
I think
some trades happening.
The interesting thing on Victor's side is he has to make sure to have protection for his creatures, or just make sure that they're bigger than 5/5s. That's risky. We're just running out this Gurmag Angler right here with no protection.
Yeah.
Alex can just snipe it down with Dismember, but Alex has already played a Dismember, and it's not like he has Snapcaster Mage in his deck. He can't get that card back. He has to literally draw his other one. I have seen him do that though.
How mad I would be if I was playing against Fish and they snapped Caster Mage something at me. I'd just be livid. I wouldn't be able to handle that.
So, I think Alex took out Spreading Seas and brought in more counter magic.
Probably.
Victor's already playing blue. He can use the blue. It does. It's really good when you spreading seas like a Blood Crypt, though. That has to feel good.
Alex is in a unique position where he has a Mutavault there. He can fire that up and get in for 3 each turn.
Yep.
With Island Walk.
Oh yeah, like he's got a clock here.
Yeah, is like it's the 4-turn 3 damage clock on Alex's side, or the 4-turn 5 damage clock on Victor's side. Victor is 1 turn faster on the clock, but
yeah, if Alex was playing Phantasmal Image, he could copy his opponent's Snapcaster Mage and then flash back the. But Alex isn't playing that. If they were playing Phantasmal Image, that would be in the Master of Waves spot. And Alex is a big fan of Master of Waves. In his own words, it creates an army. Oh yeah, Alex plays 4 Echoing Truth in the sideboard.
Awesome.
It's really great against Delve threats.
That's sweet. I love that.
Yeah. I keep thinking they're going to print a better card than Echoing Truth, because Echoing Truth has been around for like 15 years at this point. That card saw print in Darksteel. Can we get Echoing Truth up?
We've got Wipe Away in the format.
That costs 3.
Yeah, but it does the same thing.
No, it doesn't.
It does it a little better, I think. It's uncounterable. It's unresponsive.
Echoing Truth gets multiple copies. It balances every card with the same name. Okay, so Echoing Truth. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents. Like Wipe Away is 3 mana, split second, and can bounce any permanent.
Right.
This hits non-lands, but it bounces every copy. See those 2 Drakes? It's bouncing both of them, dude.
Oh, man, both those poor Drakes.
Start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Mm-hmm. You got it. So we've got a slew of chump blockers here for that.
We have
Angler.
We have, as Alex likes to put it, an army.
Mm-hmm. I love those tokens that he uses. Those are great.
Master of Waves is a weird card from Theros. It's protection from red for absolutely no reason. And elemental creatures you control get +1/+1, and then it has this devotion effect that makes 1/0 blue elemental creature tokens.
Isn't that nuts?
And it's depicted as horses. Do you know why? Why the Master of Waves makes horses?
Hippogriffs, man.
No. Poseidon is the god of the sea.
And of horses.
And of horses.
You are very correct. And this whole set was
look it up.
Just a Greek references, really.
Yep. Here's the Snapcaster Mage. And Alex.
I think it's worth it to fire up the spell pierce here.
Yep. Alex wants to bounce the Gurmag Angler.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we want to keep that Echoing Truth for next turn.
The attack I see Alex doing next turn is firing up the Mutavault and attacking with the Mutavault and all of the tokens. He can't attack with...
He can attack with the Master. It has Island Walk.
It does have Island Walk. Okay, never mind. It has Island Walk.
Yeah,
okay,
so
he's going to get in with the Master.
I see him using the tokens to chump block and getting in with the Mutavault and the Master.
That's a better attack.
And leaving up the Pearl Trident there because it itself doesn't have Island Walk.
Right. That's what I was thinking. The Master of Waves has Island Walk because otherwise it just trades with the Snapcaster Mage. Never mind. I think he just wins now.
Yeah. So that's two Lords. We've got 6. Yeah. I don't think there's a way for Victor to do this. And then before, no, he doesn't have enough mana.
3.
So those are 2 1s.
Yeah,
so that's
and Alex has correctly stated that the Mutavault is a 5/5. He gets +1/+1 from each of the Lords, and the Master of Waves because Mutavault is an elemental. It's an elemental. Alex never misses that stuff. You see, if Alex were to say 4 on his Mutavault and go to damage and miss the point, that's on him. It's on him to note how big his creatures are when it comes to damage. He doesn't have to state it before that unless his opponent asks.
Right.
He can keep it innocuous.
So that's going to be a quick 2-0 for the Merfolk deck here.
Shadow can't keep up with the creatures.
And they play islands. Get punished.
So I'm not surprised to see this result here. Yeah, the Shadow decks have moved away from sweepers other than like engineered explosives.
Yeah, they do.
And that just takes care of the 2 drops.
Yeah, some EEs in the side. But Merfolk's deck, Merfolk is a really weird Vile deck where its converted mana cost base is mostly consistent, but it's got play sets of outliers. It's got 4 4-drops and 4 3-drop, or usually 2 to 3 3-drops in the form of Marrow Regery.
I don't like Marrow Regery. I think it's clunky and it's difficult to get going. You actually have to cast this. You have to cast your Merfolk, and you're an Aether Vial deck. I think it's clunky. I would play Phantasmal Image or more spells in that spot, but we saw the Master of Waves do work there, making his Mutavault a 5/5, and we'll see if we can get. Yeah, I don't think we're doing backup matches today because it's really hard to get people to move around during competitive REL events.
Yeah, we're trying to make this as easy as we can for the players. Usually streaming events like this is a little bit unusual, but we're trying to make it work here.
That's going to be it for this round. We're going to go out and figure out what everyone's on so we can get a good match for you round 3. So yeah, stick around and we'll be back as soon as possible.